What time do you practice English? I practice English before the class starts. I practice English before I learn some lessons in class. I think practice is good for English skill. I can't speak English well without practice. That's why I always practice in class. What time do you read for knowledge? I read for knowledge when I have free time. I read for knowledge when I relax at home. I always read for knowledge when I have no job. Nowadays, knowledge is important for people. Knowledge is money. Knowledge is power, am I right? Time. What time do you get up in the morning? I get up at 5 or 6 in the morning. What time do you eat breakfast in the morning? I eat breakfast at 7 in the morning. What time do you go to work every morning? I go to work at 8:30 every morning. What time do you get home from the job? I get home from the job at about 5 in the evening. What time do you come to class every day? I come to class at 15 minutes to 7 in the evening. What time do you do homework? I do homework 3 times a day. I do homework after I eat breakfast in the morning. I do homework after I take a rest in the afternoon. I do homework after I go to the cafe with my friends. What time is it now? It's 7 in the morning. The class starts at 7 and finishes at 8. I learn English for 1 hour in the class. I learn and practice deeply during 1 hour in the class. What time is your breakfast? My breakfast is at about 7. At 7 I eat breakfast with my friends in the cafe. After breakfast, we go to work together. What time do you practice English? I practice English before the class starts. I practice English before I learn some lessons in class. I think practice is good for English skill. I can't speak English well without practice. That's why I always practice in class. What time do you read for knowledge? I read for knowledge when I have free time. I read for knowledge when I relax at home. I always read for knowledge when I have no job. Nowadays, knowledge is important for people. Knowledge is money. Knowledge is power. Am I right? Family. Tell me something about your family members. Well, I live in a nuclear family, just like many other people of my age. My father is a civil servant in the government. My mother is a doctor in a hospital. We're all busy with our own business, so it is not easy for us to get together. Should young people live with the old? Just as the saying goes, the old are the treasure of the family. I definitely think young people should live with the old if they have the chance. In this way, the young could get a lot of different kinds of advice from the old. And of course, the old could get passion and energy from the young. Do your parents call their parents often? What do they usually talk about? Well, these years, my grandparents are getting older. Because they don't live with us, my parents would sometimes go to visit them, or sometimes call them to care about their lives and their health. I think this is a virtue for many Canadians to care for their parents when they get old. What's the difference between children raised in a single-parent family and a two-parent family? I think children who grow up in a two-parent family will be healthier because they could get the influence from both mom and dad. They'll learn how to be around with men and women. Do you think it's good to raise a child in the city? It's a hard question. I think it's okay. Actually, nowadays, a lot of children are raised in the city. Although they can't get close to nature, they can receive good education and can enjoy the advanced facilities such as parks, museums, and libraries in the city. Festivals and holidays. What do you usually do when you have holidays? I do many things. Sometimes I stay at home to read and surf the internet, relax myself. Occasionally I'll go shopping or traveling. Since I live near the suburbs, I'll also go to ride the bike near a lake. It's a great way to help me get close to nature. What did you do in your last holidays? I went to Florida last holiday. I stayed there for about 10 days. Although the weather was still cold here, it's very warm in Florida. I walked on the beach and appreciated the beautiful scenery. Which public holidays do you like the most? What's your favorite festival? I like the holiday of Independence Day because we can have a very long holiday. It's also a time to be together with family and relax. I'm always looking forward to it. Do you prefer doing things indoors or outdoors on a holiday? Do you like spending your holidays alone or going out with your friends? I prefer going outdoors because I usually stay indoors to work or study. It's really important for me to breathe the fresh air and exercise my body during holidays. Sometimes I would go on short trips to relax myself. Do you like National Holiday or Independence Day? I like the Independence Day holiday because it's the time for family reunions. I could also eat a lot of delicious food and set off fireworks. I guess it's just a special season for American people. No other festivals or holidays can replace it. Do you want to have more holidays? Of course, I would like to go to school 3 days a week and have 4 days off if that's possible. However, if I have too much free time, I will feel bored. Sport? What sports do you like? Why? I like many different kinds of sports. Badminton, tennis, and volleyball.